Alright. What's going on, guys? Blood Moon Bobby here on the Butterfly Show, and today I wanted to talk about a couple different topics. Star on the Annie Awards, or not on the Annie Awards, I should say, and questioning whether it's a good or a bad thing that Star doesn't get that much merchandising. So, let's get into that. So, I guess we'll start off with the fact that Star didn't get a nomination on the Annie Awards, at least not for either Best Animated Television or Broadcast Production for Children, or Best General Audience Animated Television Broadcast Production. And instead, We Bare Bears Panda Art episode, which I like We Bare Bears, won for the Children's Award, and the Rick and Morty's Pickle Rick episode won for the General Audience Award, which both shows I don't follow that closely, but I definitely like We Bare Bears. Rick and Morty's definitely fun, although I tried watching the first season and didn't really get into it. I do like the whole the Pickle Rick thing is kind of cool. And the one snub that I could kind of sense was that Tangled, the series, actually, the Queen for a Day episode, actually got nominated for the Children's Award, and I don't really have a good feeling, because I've seen an episode and parts of, including the Queen for a Day episode of Tangled, the series, and it's a very basic cartoon. Like, it's pretty much, I swear I'm not being a sore loser, okay, but it's just, you could just feel the series was created for, to bring in Tangled fans, and because it's super popular, Disney Channel had to make it. It's not a bad show, but it's not really my cup of tea. So yeah, Star was not nominated. I even saw Adam MacArthur, the voice of Marco, put up a picture on his Instagram where he jokingly said, laughing because Star didn't win, which let's actually get into that. So, did I think Star got snubbed at the Annie Awards? I'm going to say yes, but not for the reasons you think. And also, I'm not exactly super sad, just a little surprised. The reason I say I'm not overly upset is because the two episodes that I could see go up for Annie's were honestly something like season 2 episodes like Bon Bon the Birthday Clown. What was that other one again? Which actually, wait, Bon Bon came out in 2016, so never mind. The main one, anyway, that I could see is something like Star Crushed, since it did a lot. It built up season 3 really, really well, and it was a different departure in that it wasn't a typical Star Marco adventure. Instead, they were actually standing around not sure what to do, because in Face the Music, it was revealed that Star has a crush on Marco. But something like Battle for Muni, I'm not really sure. As much as I do really like Battle for Muni, it wasn't exactly the most balanced. Star Crushed built up season 3. It built up this bad blood between Moon and Toffee, but it doesn't really go anywhere in Battle for Muni. We get that Moon isn't able to use her magic since the Fritz was going on, and she wasn't able to fight Toffee. And we got one episode about the backstory of, Moon after her mother, Comet, was killed, and how she sliced off Toffee's finger. But we didn't really get too many details about what, if any, beef Toffee has against the Butterfly family. Why did he wear skulls that have Eclipse's spades on them? And him killing Comet. Was there any deeper significance other than the Munian Queen at the time was getting in the way? So I would have liked to have seen that. And also, I do like the things like Marco and the King, and where he has to save River, and Ruberiot the Mime and Full Do come along with him. But that was mostly comic stuff that should have just been put out in segments rather than having their own episodes. Really, Battle for Muni the really good stuff came at the beginning, when we see Moon and Star together, and at the end, when Star was sent to the realm of magic for the first time, we didn't know what it was really, and when we were worried that she wasn't gonna come back, and when she transformed into her super muberty form. I know she calls it the butterfly monster, but I think that's such a harsh name. So Battle for Muni was overall a good special, but it was a really clunky one. So I could see why the Annies didn't nominate it. I will say, I think, like, if I did watch that Tangled episode, Queen for a Day, if it's not as good as I'm thinking it is, I would say it's snubbed. But in either case, Battle for Muni was kind of clunky, so I could see why that wasn't nominated. I would have liked to have seen something like a Star Crush, though, even if it is like anticipation for episodes that are coming much later, and we don't get to see Star and Marco do their usual sort of fighting. So moving on, in either case, like I don't usually take award shows as Bible anyway. If an award show likes it, I mean it's good. It's good for publicity reasons. But, if something is good by my definition, then that is an award for me. So, anyway, moving on, this time, I wanted to talk a little bit about how Star, or really none of the Disney XD shows, really get that much merchandise. The closest would probably be something like, DuckTales, you could buy it on DVD, and it's getting advertised a lot. But let's focus on Star, since this is the Butterfly show after all. Now, this is the part where I have a much more definite reason to be displeased, because Disney XD, it's a part of Disney. They should, it's their job to market a show, as people will tell you. If you don't market your product, it's borderline like not having it out there, because it's not getting attention, and people don't really understand it, So, especially in the case of Star, which I feel, it may not fit in the whole, typical princess sort of thing for Disney, but I still feel like they should still market it, even if it is a Disney TV show. I mean, they've done it in the past, like with Kim Possible. I mean, yes, that was like a decade ago, but, you still got to do your advertising. That's how people get it out there. But especially since, there is Star merchandise coming out of Disney Channel Japan, like Darren FC showed on their Instagram. There are Star bowls, there is a really cute alarm clock, and there's also this trading card game. Now, I don't know if it's in stores yet in Japan. I tried looking it up, but I couldn't find it anywhere, so maybe it's like a work in progress thing. So, but even though I would like to see some Star merchandise, I guess the silver lining in this is that at least Star isn't an oversaturated franchise like Disney's Frozen, or in the case of Nickelodeon, SpongeBob. Because, let's take the SpongeBob example, since we all know him, or at least I see him as this really annoying yellow sponge that laughs a lot and is super happy and has occasionally gross episodes. In the case of, because I feel like Star herself could have easily become the next really annoying overmarketed character. Because if she became oversaturated, and even admittedly at times I feel like the fan base falls for something way too quickly, even if including things in the alternate universe. At least Star isn't oversaturated where she's everywhere, and people are making it like the greatest thing ever. Because for me, hype doesn't usually ruin things unless it's like a overly popular franchise. Like my pick is always Harry Potter. I used to be a big fan, but then I started discovering new things, and as the Potter fans persisted, I just said I'm done. I'd rather see other things. So there's that. And also, the fact that Star isn't a super mainstream Disney franchise does mean it doesn't end up getting boiled in controversies like the Steven Universe Tumblr disaster or the Rick and Morty Szechuan sauce incident, where mainstream media and the outsiders are getting really toxic vibes, particularly from the Rick and Morty incident. And the Steven Universe case was a really horrible one too, with the incident where the Tumblr artist did a drawing of Rose as a thin woman, and the SJWs went after her. That kind of a thing really makes the fan base look really bad. And my take on things is I don't usually like classifying an entire fandom. I usually like to separate it between the fans and the fanboys/fangirls, where there's your rational fans and then there are the extremists. So, and yeah, because now I see lots of videos of people hating on Steven Universe because of this Tumblr disaster, and I'm just like, even though I think Steven Universe can get kind of cheesecakey, it's still a groundbreaking show. And things like the Rick and Morty Szechuan sauce incident, where mainstream media was covering it, I could just picture all those old farts that don't understand Rick and Morty, and they're like, see, all the Rick and Morty fans, all I want is the Szechuan sauce, oh my god, oh, because they don't realize those are the crazy people. So, I'm sure a lot of this shit happens in the Star fan base, and as horrible as it may be, at least it's not setting off the vibe where people are like, ugh, the Star fan base are just a bunch of crazy people. The most Star got is being misunderstood in the Huffington Post. Like, there was an article from this guy on the Huffington Post that basically said, you see, Star's pushing the idea of male princesses is through Princess Marco, which, yes, that, like, not in the episode itself, but that kind of a feat is admirable. But in the episode itself, it wasn't trying to say Marco was, trying to be a princess. He was doing that as a disguise so that people in St. O's wouldn't freak out. That, oh my god, I'll give it credit that, they are accepting of a boy who wants to dress up as a princess. But in this instance, Marco was dressed as Princess Georgina as a form of survival, not because he wanted to necessarily. So, yeah, so as much as I don't want Star to be over-marketed, I would like to see more of an effort to put merchandise out there. Not just for Star even, but I mean like for Gravity Falls, Milo Murphy's Law, even DuckTales. I mean, yeah, you can buy DuckTales on DVD, but that's about it. And at least in the case of Star, bring the merchandise that Darren Epstein has shown, like the alarm clock, the bowls, and the trading cards. I would mainly want the alarm clock, although I don't really know if my family wants to be waken up by a star butterfly saying bubbly things. So it's interesting how when I met Darren FC last year at the Star exhibit at the Gallery Nucleus, she told me, just like she tells a lot of fans, that if Disney said that if we want Star merchandise, we have to go to their Disney stores and beg them. I'm not sure if I'm going to try that, or else I might get arrested by the mall cops, but I hope Disney knows that there definitely is a fan base that is willing to buy a lot of Star merchandise. So, because at the end of the day, as much as we make fun of like merchandising and advertising, when something gets literally no merchandise or not enough advertising, then the company is just shooting themselves in the foot. So alright guys, this has been Blood Moon Bobby on The Butterfly Show. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, this has been The Butterfly Show on the Blood Moon Bobby YouTube channel. Please subscribe for more of our discussions and trailer reactions to episodes of Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Please like, comment, share, and check out our other videos. Thanks for watching.